If I can only spend 10 minutes with a couple, here's what I would say in those 10 minutes. I'm compelled to make this video because today I was at the gym working out. And in the locker room, I ended up in a conversation with a stranger. I asked him, what motivates you? How do you stay motivated to work out? And he said, well, I'm not very motivated. He said, right now my self-esteem is kind of low. And I was like, okay, this is an odd conversation. He was a muscled up, healthy looking guy. And he said, you know, my self-esteem's low when I'm working out with peers. At least maybe when they look at me, they think I have it together. I was like, wow. And we ended up in a long conversation in the locker room. And he's talking about how his wife of 17 years announced 5 months ago she wants to be divorced, and they have 4 kids. And I left the gym and I was like, okay, today I'm making this video because in the next 9 minutes, I have something to share with you as a couple to help you arrive at the destination that you really want to get to. In life, we all feel this pressure. There's so many things we're trying to accomplish. Like, we're chasing so many things. We have these important priorities. We've got our marriage, our kids, our occupations, our dreams, our activities, our wants. I mean, there's so many things to chase. But how do we chase something without burning an important bridge behind us? And how do we get where we really want to go? And is my life really going to pay off? And so I want to share with you a way of prioritizing your life for legacy so that 20 years from now, 30 years from now, that you sit back and you say, yeah, this was the right journey. I made choices that enabled me to get where I really wanted to go with the people that I really want to be with. So how do we juggle it all? I want to make this simple. And I wish we were sitting across the table from each other, eye to eye. But this information, I would pay people to spend 10 minutes of time to just talk about this because I think it's that helpful. So here's how I look at how we prioritize our life. Let's just do a simple T-chart. Over here, this is our identity. This category is just our human activities. If you want to take notes, human activities. Our identity. It's really important what we put in this category because this category right here represents what we're going to chase with our life, what we're going to measure ourselves by. It's what we really long for. So it's really important what we decide to put over here. Let me tell you how I look at it. I looked at my life and always have that first of all, I am a husband. Secondly, I'm a father. And then right here, I have P is for purpose. I've got to have a purpose that kind of is the force that compels me from within. I've got to have a driving force on the inside of me that gives me purpose for all that I do. So this is this side right here. Nothing else goes on this side. Everything else goes over here. So that is my job. Even if it's a business that I own, it's a human activity. It doesn't mean it's not important. It just means that it's in a different category. And this is hard for some people to process. When I talk to a business owner, they don't like putting their business over here under human activity because they have to give everything to it. And I get that. And I'm not minimizing the importance of this. It just has to be in a different place. If my occupation is on this side of the line, the customer is always right. And the customer is always calling. So it's dangerous to have occupation over there. I can't afford as a man for my occupation to hold the same place in my heart as my family. I can't afford to try to be distinguishing between what's more important, what's best for my business or best for my family. That's a difficult thing to juggle. I don't want to juggle that. And if I keep my occupation over here in the human activity category, it will help me to not have to juggle it so much. So what else goes over here? Friends go over here. Let's go volunteering. Yeah, volunteering goes over here. I would say, let's say extended family goes over here. Once again, if you're married and you have parents, siblings, if they're over here in this same category to where you're deciding, am I trying to keep my dad happy or my spouse happy? Who should I keep happy? That's a difficult thing to juggle. So there's a lot to be discussed just in doing this. By the way, let's add another thing, our hobbies over here. Hobbies are great, but it's a human activity, not an identity. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack with this, and I recommend that if you're a married couple, you spend some time unpacking this together. But let me explain something. If you get this right, everything on this side has to serve this side. My occupation has got to serve my mission with family. It's got to serve it. And if it doesn't, then the occupation needs to change, or I need to change how I do it, or something needs to get tweaked about it. Maybe I don't need a new job, but my occupation must serve my identity. Notice our occupation is not our identity. This side must serve this side. My hobbies, this is important. Hobbies are great. We need some downtime. We need to get away and do something fun with friends that we enjoy. It just can't take away from family. And as spouses in a relationship, we understand the value of this for our spouse. So we want to make time for this. We want our spouse to go out and hang out with their friends doing some kind of activity that is engaging and healthy for them. But for me, I need to make sure my hobby does not encroach on what I really am pursuing in life, my true missions in life. Here's the good news. Looking at life like this is not about, let's be successful here, and this stuff just has to be, well, it just gets the leftovers. That's not really how it works out. If you prioritize your life this way, this side serves this side, but you know what happens next? This side enhances this side. For instance, your occupation. When you figure out how to be an effective spouse, which takes time, guess what you become better at? Your occupation. When you become an effective parent, which takes years, right? When you bring your kids home, like, you're not a great parent, you're just a parent. You got the title, now you got to get the skills. Well, your first child and then your second child, that's like a whole separate, different type of human. If you can figure out how to get them to put their toys away, you can handle anything that happens at work. Come on, somebody. So what you do here will enhance you here. So you're not choosing, where's my success going to be? You're just making the hard choice of, what am I going to prioritize? If you get the right thing in first place, it will enhance everything else. When we get the wrong things in first place, it causes breakdown with everything else. So see, this simple way of prioritizing enables you to have at the end what you really want to have. I began with the story of the man at the gym whose wife decided after 17 years she wants to be divorced. He said she checked out really a long time ago. He explained that he paid for her to get a college degree and then a master's degree, and in his mind he's serving her, and now he looks back and he wonders, was she just using me to set herself up to be independent and be able to handle life without me? He's not sure. I will say this. It's really critical looking at our life this way, because life will always involve struggle. Times of struggle come for everybody. And struggle is not bad, nor is it really good. It's just life. If we don't have our priorities in our life established, when struggles come, we do something that can derail us for the rest of our life. I don't know the situation with that man and that woman very well, but chances are for years, she may be struggling with this right here, her purpose. And she's gotten married, and she maybe has thought, you know what, this isn't really amounting to much, my life. I thought life would be more than this, and this just isn't really adding up for me. And then she has kids, and it's like, this is so mundane. What am I doing to make a difference? I don't know. I don't know that this is really what I want out of life. And her life might feel like a giant unmet expectation. I don't know, but I will say this: when struggles come, what we tend to do as people is we blame our marriage or we blame our job. They're just so easy to blame. Normally, they're not the blame. When we are disenchanted with our own life, disappointed with our own life, feeling like we're missing it, feeling like I don't think I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, all these underlying feelings we can have, we always tend to look at our marriage, it's my marriage, that's what's holding me back. And it's usually not. Or it's my job, I need a different job, that's what's holding me back. It's usually not. It's usually how we're thinking about our life, how we're thinking about our occupation, how we're thinking about our marriage. And this brings me to this thing right here, our purpose. This statement right here, I am compelled, it's a mission I'm on in life, to help as many people as I can simply finish the sentence, my purpose is. Because until we can finish that sentence, we can always be searching for, what's my thing? Where do I fit? Where I belong? And we can have so many things going on in our life that are important to us, and goals and this and that and stuff, and we're chasing things. And purpose is this thing within us that determines how we look at everything. And it's an inner thing that drives us. But we can spend a lifetime looking for something outside of us to give us purpose, but purpose is something inside of us that we take to what is outside of us. My friends, I'm compelled with my mission in life is to look face to face, eyeball to eyeball to as many humans as I can and simply say, your life has great purpose. You can know your purpose, and you can be set free from the burdens that tell you you can't pursue your purpose, and you can live your life boldly and confidently with clarity. You don't have to keep asking, what should I be doing? You don't have to keep thinking, I think my marriage is holding me back. You don't have to keep wondering, is my occupation holding me back from my best? You can know your purpose, you can know it clearly, and you can be set free to pursue it boldly. If you cannot finish this sentence, I'm here for you. My wife is here for you. We're building a team of people to help other people finish the one sentence, my purpose is.